Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Maths EAPCET classes. So today we will be discussing the chapter of what? Circles. So when it comes to circles, you will be getting on an average 4 questions. Definitely you will get 4 questions and even more. But on an average I can say the least you will get is the 4 questions. Okay. You will be getting 4 questions from the chapter of circles. And most of the concepts here are connected to the concepts that you studied for your IP. Okay. So let us get started. We will discuss the concepts and also we have to do the previous year questions. Clear? So when it comes to circles, you know that first we have general equation of the circle. What does the general equation of the circle says?
X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0.
Okay, this is the general equation of the circle. What about the standard equation? What do we write standard equation? X square plus y square is equal to r square. That is when it is at origin. Correct? No. But if it is x minus that is what you have to say. When they say standard equation of the circle, it is x minus whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Center is what? H comma k. Here center is what? Minus g comma minus f. Correct na? So please be careful. Here it is minus g comma minus f. Here it is h comma k. Here radius is r itself. Here radius will be what? G square plus f square c. Okay. And also since it is under square root, the radius should always be greater than 0 or it should be positive or it can be equal to 0. When it will be equal to 0, that circle is called as what? Point circle. That circle is called as what? Point circle. This r, this value cannot be negative. Okay, clear? Next thing. So these are the basics when it comes to circle. Now circle definition if I talk about. See, circle definition sometimes they will ask. Circle definition means it is a collection of locus of all points, okay, which are at a fixed distance from a certain point, and that fixed distance is called as what? Radius, and that certain point is called as center of the circle. See, collection of all points around a given point, okay, which are at a fixed distance from the given point. The given point is what? The center, and the fixed distance is called as what? The fixed distance is called as radius. Okay, that is what the meaning of definition of the circle. Next thing, point circle. If you talk about the point circle, what happens is the equation will be x square plus y square will equal r square, but r here will be what? 0. Correct na? So this will become 0. X square plus y square is equal to 0. Now what about this unit circle? Radius will be equal to what? Radius will be equal to 1. So you can take it as x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. R square instead of that I can write 1. Okay. Here also if this is at origin you can write it as what? X square plus y square. If this is not at origin you will write it as what? X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to what? 0. Okay. But here it doesn't matter because this is a point circle. Understood? Understood everyone? Now we are talking about the types of circle. Now what is a secant, chord, okay, what is a diameter, all these things you have to know. So first thing you have to learn is what is a secant. Okay, secant is a line that cuts the circle at any point. Okay, it cuts the circle at any point. And suppose I take these 2 points as A, B. This AB is called as what? The chord of the circle. This AB is called as what? The chord of the circle. Okay, this AB itself is what? The chord of the circle. And suppose this is the center. If the secant passes through the center of the circle, then that excuse me, that center is called as what? That chord is called as what? The diameter. That chord which passes through the center of the circle itself is called as what? The diameter. And very important thing about the diameter, it cuts the circle into 2 equal halves. Correct? No, it cuts the circle into 2 equal halves. Lyrica focusing. Okay, it cuts the circle into 2 equal halves. Okay, and angle made in a semicircle is always what? Angle made in a semicircle is always what? 90 degree. Angle made in a semicircle from the diameter is always what? 90 degree. Okay, suppose I take from here, this angle will be what? This angle will also be 90 degree. Okay, if I take it from here to here, okay, from the chord, that is the diameter, if you make angle at any of the semicircles, the angle will be what? It will be equal to 90 degree. This which you already know. Just I am revisiting it. That's what angle in a semicircle is a right angle. That is what they are telling. This is 90 degree. Suppose I draw it here. This will also be 90 degree. This property you should know because you will be using in the questions. Next thing, angle at the center is double than that at the circumference. This property is highly useful and also very important because based on this property they have asked a question. Based on this property they have asked a question. See, this property will be a part of the question. They will not ask directly, but you should know this property. What does it say? Suppose here the angle is, suppose I take it as 2x. From the same point if you draw to a major arc, the angle will be what? X. The angle will be what? X. Suppose from here if I draw it like this will also be x. From here if I draw it like this will also be x. Understood? This will also be x. Okay, suppose this is 180 degree, here the angle will be what? 90 degree. This property you have to know. Please make a note of it, this property. Done. Next one, perpendicular bisector of any chord passes through the center and we have to find the length of the chord. Perpendicular bisector of any chord. That means what? See here, observe carefully. Suppose this is the chord AB and this is the center that is given. Okay, so this will be useful in many questions. See here, from the center if you draw a line to this chord from the center, okay, if it is perpendicular to this, not just drawing a line, if you draw a perpendicular line, suppose I draw it like this, I am not talking about that. If I am drawing a perpendicular line from the center, what line I am drawing? Perpendicular line to the, from the center to the chord, this will always bisect the what? Bisect the chord. Suppose this is 10 centimeter, suppose this is AM, okay, this M will be the midpoint, M will bisect the length AB into what? 5 and 5. It will bisect it into what ratio? 1:1 ratio, that is midpoint. So it will become what? Midpoint. Okay, it will divide it into 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter. That is what it means, perpendicular bisector. Okay, so from the center if you draw a line which is perpendicular to the chord, that will always bisect the chord. Okay, it should be perpendicular. If you just draw a line, it won't bisect. Okay, suppose I draw a line like this, it won't bisect. It won't bisect. Clear? Understood the meaning of this? Okay, now you should know what is the length of the chord, they will ask. Okay, what is the length of the chord? See, suppose this is center, suppose this is radius r. Okay, I told you this is length AB, this will be AM, that this length distance be D, that this distance be D. If I want AM, by Pythagoras theorem what I will get? What I will get? R square minus D square, R square minus D square. So AM I want, that means what? Square root of R square minus D square. So AM will be what? Square root of R square minus D square. Square root of R square minus D square. That is AM. But chord length is what? AB. So AB will be what? 2 times AM. Correct na? 2 times AM. So this will become what? AB will become 2 times R square minus D square. So AB is what? Nothing but chord, right? AB is what? Nothing but chord. So chord length is what? So length of the chord, if they ask, it is always 2 times square root of R square minus D square. This you have to remember definitely. So length of the chord is what? 2 times square root of R square minus D square. If they ask the equation for perpendicular bisector, the equation is given by S1 is equal to S11. S1 is equal to what? S11. Please make a note of it, this one also. This is when midpoint is given. See, equation of a chord, make a note, equation of chord when midpoint is given. Equation of a chord when midpoint is given, it is what? S1 is equal to S11. For a circle, S is equal to 0. Equation of a chord when midpoint is given. Okay, suppose there is no perpendicular bisector also. Suppose there is only one midpoint is given. That time what you should do? S1 is equal to S11. This point M you should take it as what? X1 comma Y1. This point you will take M you will take it as what? X1 comma Y1. Okay. Done. Now see here, what is S1 now? For S is equal to 0, what is S1? My question is, what is S1? Suppose S is given as what? X square plus Y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus C is equal to 0. Okay, this is what is given. Fine, okay. Okay, fine. Now, this is what is given. What is S1? x1 square okay, this is fine. Then what is S11? Are you sure? See here, this is S11. What you told? This is S11. What is S1? Forgot already. Xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus y. Understood? This is S1. That is S11. Okay. Please remember this. That is S11. This is S1. Okay. This you have to equate it, and then you will get the what equation of the chord when midpoint is given. Equation of the chord when midpoint is given. Here x1 y1 is what? That is the midpoint. Suppose chord extreme ends AB. They have given the coordinates of AB, midpoint coordinates you can find out. Midpoint formula, you can find out the midpoint. Then you can get x1, y1 and you can get s11 is equal to s1 you can find out. Then by that you will get what? Equation of the chord. Clear? Understood everyone? Please make a note of it. What is s1 and s11? So next thing we will study is concentric circles. Just a minute. Whether I am audible or not. So next thing. Yeah. So next thing is concentric circles. So equational length of a chord if midpoint is given, that is what I told you. Length of a chord is what? 2 times square root of r square minus d square. And what about the midpoint is given means s1 is equal to s11. S1 is equal to s11. You must know. Okay. Next thing. Concentric circles. See, this is nothing but similar to parallel lines. Similar to parallel lines. Suppose this circle. This is circle S. This is S1 or S dash. So S is given by, see, S is given by x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Now see here, for both the circle, what is common? Center is common, correct? So for this, let the radius be r1. For this, the radius will be what? Let it be r2. Let it be r2. Now what will happen? This is r1, this is r2, correct na? So for this, radius is r1, this is radius is r2, but the center is common. So when they give a circle like this, okay, if they give a concentric circle, okay, a circle is given, write the equation of concentric circle to the given circle. If they say, what you have to do is S dash, you should write it as same entire thing you copy as it is, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus k is equal to 0 or c dash or k is equal to 0. Only these things changes. Only these things changes. Okay, this is what you will get. Okay, only these things changes. Clear? Only these things changes. Because of this k, radius also changes. Okay, radius also changes. Now, if they give the center or if they give any point, it passes through another point. You can put the value of that here and you can find the k value. And you can find the k value and substitute it here, you will get the answer. This is how you have to find out. This circle equation will be given and it passes through some point they will give and they will say find the concentric equation, find the equation of the concentric circle. They will ask. That time write the same equation plus k you write. To find out k, what you will give, that point is there na, suppose 1 comma minus 1 is given. put the values, you will get the value of k. That's it. Clear? Next, concyclic points. Concyclic point means the points that are on the circumference of the circle. Okay, a quadrilateral, such a quadrilateral so formed is called as what? Concyclic quadrilateral. So what is the uniqueness of this concyclic quadrilateral is, what is the sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral? 360 degree. Here what happens is, in a concyclic quadrilateral, suppose this is A, B, C and D. Okay, sum of opposite angles. Sum of opposite angles, it is what? Sum of opposite angles is equal to what? It is supplementary. Supplementary means what? 180 degree. Sum of opposite angles, angle A plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree. Similarly, angle B plus angle D is equal to what? 180 degree. Please make a note. Please make a note. Directly you can solve the questions based on this. Concyclic quadrilateral or concyclic points. These are the concyclic points. If they say in a question, such a point PQR or concyclic points, that time you should know it is on what? It is on the circumference of the circle. It is on what? It is on the circumference of the circle. Okay. Next thing is, we will study about power of a point. Next thing we will study about power of a point. Now suppose this is circle, S is equal to 0. Let the equation of the circle be given. Okay, S is equal to x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Then the power of a point. The power of a point is given by, suppose the power of a, this is the point. The point coordinates are, let this be p x1 y1. Okay, p x1 comma y1. If they ask power of a point, just what you have to do? Find out S11. You have to find out what? S11. What is this S11? Put the value of x1 y1 here. So this will become what? X1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2f y1 plus c. Plus c is equal to 0 won't come. S11 you will find out the value. Okay, S11 what you find out? That is not an equation. You will get some numerical value. So S11 when you find out, what happens? If S11, now see here, these points are important. If S11 is greater than 0, what happens? The power of a point, okay, lies outside the circle. Okay, power of a point, I'll just write point, lies exterior to the circle or outside the circle. Outside the circle. Very important, these points. Okay, if S11 is equal to 0, lies on the circle. If S11 is equal to 0, lies on the circle. Okay, point lies on the circle. Suppose this is the point. Okay, this is outside the circle. Lies on the circle. Next thing is what? If S11 is less than 0, that is, if it is negative, here it is positive outside the circle. Negative means what, Akshaya? It will lie inside the circle. Understood, Sharan? Understood, Harsha? Vinay? Focusing? Rohan, Nikhil, Sai Nishit? Okay. Siri, focusing. S11 is less than 0 means it is negative. So Ritika, what will happen? It lies inside the circle. What happens? The point lies inside the circle. Lies inside the circle. Okay, lies inside the circle. That is, this is the point, it is lying inside the circle. See, when it comes to geometry, be it conics, circles, 2D and 3D, see, it's not just about solving the questions. Solving the questions will become easy, but theory is very important. Okay, the concepts are very important. Then only you can solve the question. It's not like I'll tell the concept and I go to questions. Okay, here it is more theoretical, you have to understand. Okay, then only you can solve the questions. So first we have to do the theory, then solve the questions. Clear? So you have to have some patience when it comes to geometry questions. So be it 2D. So after this we will be doing straight lines. Actually I should have done straight lines, otherwise also it is fine. We will do 2D straight lines, then we will go to 3D or we will do conic sections because it is related to circles. Circles is also one of the conic only. Correct na? So after that we will go to parabola, hyperbola, ellipse. From there you will get 2 to 3 questions. Okay. But after this chapter we will be doing what? 2D and straight lines. From there you will get 6 questions from 2D. Okay. That's why it is important. Next. Understood this one? Power of a point. Okay, let us take some example for this power of a point. Okay, so write down along with me if you want. So if alpha comma 0 lies inside x square plus y square, x square plus y square, let me write it here, lies inside x square plus y square minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, then find range of alpha, then find range of alpha. This is my question. All of you please try. Please try everyone. See, even if it is tough, even if you are able to solve at least 35 to 40 questions, okay, I am telling solve, not just tick. 35 to 40 questions, then you are good, then not a problem. Even if worst case, if it is 30 questions also, if you are able to solve out of 80, it is fine. Remaining, you have to use some logic and tell the answers. What are those logics? I'll keep teaching you, okay, in the upcoming classes, how to go for the answers. So by that, what happens if you are of course, let us take your answering 30 questions. Then by the logic, at least 50 to 20 questions you can get it correct. So 50 or 45 out of 80 is a very good score in maths, because Telangana maths, what they are giving is tough compared to AP. Physics here it is easy, physics there it is tough in AP. Clear? Now please tell me, if alpha lies inside the circle, what I should do? What is less than 0? Power of a point, what we will do? We will find S11. What is your name? I forgot. Roshini. Okay, fine. Okay. Roshini means brightness. Okay, fine. So S11 is less than 0. So S11 is less than, power of a point means what? S11 is what? Less than 0. So S11, if you put it in this circle, what happens? What is the point that they have given? Point that they have given is alpha comma 0. So put alpha comma 0 here. What? X value will put it as alpha, y value will put it as 0. So this will become what? Alpha square minus 2 alpha minus 3 is equal to 0. Now if you solve this, what you will get? That is what? Less than 0. Alpha is less than 0. Correct now? So we will get what? Alpha belongs to what is it? Minus 1 comma 3. Alpha belongs to minus 1 comma 3. That is the range of alpha. This is how you will find out. Like this they will ask the question. Okay, understood? Okay, if it is inside means you should take it as what? S11 is less than 0. Clear? Understood this one? Rohan, Sai Nishit, understood? Vinay, got it? Okay, next one. So maximum distance and minimum distance. They will ask maximum distance and minimum distance. Suppose this is center. Okay, not suppose, this is only center. Okay, this is P. Let us take it as x1, y1. Okay, x1, y1. This is PC. Let this distance be r. This distance is what? Radius r. This is also r. Correct now? Let this be AB. Let this be AB. Okay, let this be AB. Now, if they ask the minimum distance for this point they are asking, tell me the answer. Minimum distance for the point P from the circle. Think correctly and answer. What is it? B. See, suppose this is the circle, S is equal to 0. For this circle, this is the circle, for this is the point P. For this point, what is the minimum distance to the circle?
B.
What B? B is a point, right? P to B. But P to B, is there any distance we can say? No, right? What we will say is PC minus R. Okay, you will write it as what? Minimum distance is what? PC minus R. P to C minus R. Because PC, how I can find out? Center I will get from the circle, and P, the point will be given. So I can get the distance formula I can apply. PC minus R, radius also I can get from the circle, but PB I cannot get directly any value. Okay, what you told is correct. So PC minus R gives us PB. That is correct. But exact value to get, what I should do? PC minus R. So minimum distance will be what? PC minus R. Okay, PC minus R within modulus, that is the distance will be positive anyways. PC minus R you have to find out the minimum distance. Now if I ask the maximum distance of this point, PC plus R, that gives us what? Okay, so here the maximum distance is what? This point. Okay, not this point, this is this point. So this will be what? PC plus R. Understood? So if they ask maximum distance, what you should do? Just write PC plus R. Okay, PC plus R. Will they ask this question? Directly they will not ask. Indirectly in some other question, this will be a part of it. Where you have to find maximum distance and minimum distance, you will use this formula. So minimum distance is what? This is the point P to B. Maximum is from this point to this point. So that is what? PC plus R. Okay, PC plus R. Got it? Clear everyone? Okay, now what we will be studying is different types of circle with respect to their position of the circle. Okay, so see here, now length of intercepts on the coordinate axis by the circle. So that is what, see, if the circle is cutting the x axis, if the circle is cutting the x axis, then what will happen to F? What will happen to F? I am asking the radius. What will happen to the radius? If the circle is cutting the x axis, what will happen to the radius? This is my question. F won't be there. Correct? F value will be what? 0. Now what will happen to the length of this chord? Suppose this is AB. Okay, this is AB. If I ask the length of this, what will happen? The length of the chord is given by 2 times G square minus C. Okay, R square, why? Because here F is not there. So the value will be what? G square minus C. Okay, the value will be 2 times square root of G square minus C. Now if I ask this for this one, 2 times F square minus C. Understood? No? Like this you can use the formulas directly. Okay, if they give, if it is cutting y axis, this is the value for length of the chord. This is the value for length of the chord cutting x axis. Make a note. Make a note, important. Done. Next thing is, now different forms of the circle in that. First thing is, if it passes through the origin. Now center is not at the origin, I am telling circle is passing through the origin. If the circle is passing through the origin, so equation of the circle will become x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy is equal to 0. That means what? The value of C will be equal to 0. When the circle passes through the center, C will be equal to 0. Okay, when the circle passes through the center, what will happen? The value of C will be equal to 0. You have to keep this in mind. Okay, the value of C will be equal to, the constant value will be equal to, there will not be any constant value. The value of C will be equal to 0. Okay, if the circle passes through the origin, if the circle passes through the origin, not the center is not at origin, I am telling circle passes through the origin, you can take C is equal to 0. Okay, the value of C passes through center. The circle is passing through the origin. I am not talking anything about the center. The circle is passing through the origin. I am not telling the center is at origin. I am just telling circle is passing through the origin, then C will be equal to 0. Clear? If it is passing, if the center is at origin, what happens? G and F value will be 0, that's all. G and F value will be equal to 0. Okay, next thing. Next thing is, so what happened? If the circle touches x axis, the circle is not cutting x axis, it is touching x axis. It is touching x axis means let the coordinates of this point, that is point P, that is point be what? A comma 0. X axis, no, this will be what? Let this be A comma 0. Okay, A comma 0. Okay, this will be A comma 0. Now observe very carefully. This is the center. This is the center. The center, that means what? This is having some height. Correct na? This is having some height. Okay, let this be point P. Let this be point, let this be another point. Okay, let this be the center. Okay, let this be point B. This will be what? 0 comma B, because y axis 0 comma B. So this will become what? This point height will become what? What is the height of this center? Height of the center is what? B only. Correct. So height of the center will be B only. Okay, and the center, what are the values of the center? Coordinates of the center. This will become what? A comma B. Agreed or not? A comma B. Center will become A comma B. This is this length and this is height is this length B. A comma B. Now what is the radius of the circle? B only. So radius of the circle is what? B. Okay. Now if I write this, see here we have, what is that? X minus x minus a whole square, because center is what? A, plus y minus b whole square is equal to, what is this? R square, we take it. But here R is what? B only. So this will become what? X minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equal to what? A square, b square. Correct na? B square. Now if I expand this, this will become x square plus a square minus 2ax plus y square plus b square minus 2by is equal to b square. B square cancels. I will have what? X square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2by plus a square is equal to 0. This is what? When the circle is touching the x axis, touching, not cutting. Cutting is different, touching the x axis. Okay, so you will get what? X square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2by plus a square is equal to 0. Now can you tell me, if the circle is touching y axis, what will happen? Plus y square minus 2ax plus 2by plus b square is equal to 0. Instead of a square, what you will get? B square you will get. Okay, you will get what? B square. Okay, let us look at that scenario. Write down this first. Understanding everyone? How we are getting it? Navneeta focusing, Bhavani, Liharika, Srinidhi, Akshaya, Sharan, Vinay, Nikhil focusing. Okay, now suppose same thing happens if it is touching y axis. If it is touching y axis means this length we will take it as what? Let us take this as b. So this will become what? 0 comma b. Okay, 0 comma b, this is the point. Okay, let us draw one line here. This is the center, we will draw this line here. Let this point be a comma 0. So the center will become what? A comma b only. A comma b only. Now tell me what is the radius of this circle? See this length from here to here, what is the length? A, correct na? A. So you will have what? The equation of the circle will become x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equal to what? Is equal to a square. So you will get it as what? I am writing directly x square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2ay plus b square is equal to 0. When radius is b, a square will come. When radius is a, b square will come. That's all. Okay, cutting what? Touching y axis. Not cutting, touching y axis. Understood? minus 2by. Okay, understood? Clear? Understood everyone? So how to change? Got it? Directly you should be able to write it. If they are telling touching y axis, touching x axis, this is the equation of the circle, you should write. Okay, fine. Now different forms of circle. Now different forms of circle. This is touching both what? X axis and y axis. It is touching x axis and also y axis. Okay. Now this one, this is what? Positive a. This will be a comma 0, correct na? A comma 0. What about this? Minus a comma 0. Correct? Minus a comma 0. Minus a comma. This will be what? B comma 0. What about this? Minus b. Okay, 0 comma b, whatever. This will be what? 0 comma b, and this will be 0 comma minus b. Correct na? 0 comma minus b. Now if we take this center, see this center, and this center, if you join, you will get a square actually. So this center is what? A comma b. This center is what? A comma b. This center is what? Minus a comma b. Minus a, right? This is minus a comma b. This will be what? Minus a comma minus b, and this will be a comma minus b. So like this you will get the what? Centers and coordinates for this. Now if you want equation of this circle, okay, any point, it will be of the form x plus or minus a whole square plus y plus or minus b whole square is equal to what? Is equal to what? What will this be? What will be the radius? What is the radius? See, what is the radius here? What is the radius here? This is what is the radius here? Think correctly. What is the radius? See, let me take this as, instead of let this be, let this value be same. A, this will be a, this will be a, this will be minus a, this will be minus a, and let this be minus b, sorry, minus a. Okay, if you take everything as a, this will become what? Equal to a square. This will become equal to a square, that's all. Okay, the radius will remain same. This will become equal to a square. Got it? So you can do it like this, or what will happen if it is a square? You can expand this. But wherever it is there, x square plus y square is common. Next thing, what it will become? Plus or minus will come. Plus or minus 2ax plus or minus 2by plus a square is equal to 0. Okay, plus a square is equal to 0. Here b square won't come. Clear? Here b square won't come. Plus or minus 2ax plus or minus 2ay plus a square is equal to 0. Let me write it. So this will become what? If you expand, x square plus y square plus or minus 2ax plus or minus 2ay, p won't come, plus a square is equal to 0. Okay, plus a square is equal to 0. This is the form you will be getting it. Okay, if you want this circle, take what? A comma a, then you will get the positive values. If you want this circle, you take this one. What is this? Minus a comma a, depending on the quadrant. Depending on the quadrant, the sign will be what? Applied. Okay, depending on the quadrant. Clear? Okay, this is based on intercepts. Next one, different forms of a circle. See here. Okay, this is the point. Okay, we are having only, this is the center. This will be the center. The center is having at which axis? The center is at which axis? My question, center is at which axis? X axis. So this will be what? A comma 0. This will be a comma 0. Correct na? This will be a comma 0. This will be what? Minus a comma 0. So if a circle is written like this, this is the center. Okay, for this circle, but you can draw how many circles like that? Like this, like this, like this, like this. How many circles? Infinitely many circles you can keep drawing. Okay, infinitely many circles you can keep drawing, and from this point you can keep drawing. This point is what? Not just a point, this is a point circle. This is a point circle. Okay, this point circle equation is what? X square plus y square is equal to 0. Okay, understood? Understood? How many circles you can draw? Infinitely many circles. Clear? Understood? infinitely many circles. Now if I ask equation of this circle, the circle which I had initially, this circle where center is at a comma 0, what is the equation of this circle? What is the equation of this circle? I am asking. It will be x minus a whole square plus y square is equal to what? Radius is what? A only. So a square. Correct na? Correct or not? X minus a whole square plus y square is equal to a square. That is for this circle s is equal to 0. Now for this circle s dash is equal to 0, what should be the equation? X plus a whole square. Correct, good. So x plus a whole square plus y square is equal to minus a square is a square only. Understood why it became plus a? X minus of minus a, this is minus a. Okay, that will become x plus a whole square plus y square is equal to a square. We got it. Clear? Okay, please make a note of it, this one, how you will get the equation of circle. Now you will see in the y axis, that's all, along the y axis. Done? Same thing happens when it comes to y axis. If you take this like this, suppose this is the center, this will become what? 0 comma b, and this will become what? 0 comma minus b. Okay, the equation will become x square plus y minus, what is this? Y minus b whole square is equal to b square. This will become what? X square plus y plus b whole square is equal to b square when it comes to y axis. This is the way we will be getting it. Okay, now next thing, understood till here? Got it everyone? Please focus, very important, circles. Now diametric form of a circle. So they will give only the ends of a diameter. Okay, instead of a chord they will give ends of a diameter, and they will ask equation of the diameter or equation of the circle, whatever diametric form of a circle they will ask. So that time what you should do is, the equation of this is given by x minus x1 to x minus x2 plus y minus, this is what? Y minus y1 into y2 is equal to what? 0. This is the thing, you will get it. Okay, this is the thing, you will get it. Suppose I give here the ends of the diameter as 2 comma 3 minus 3 comma 4. So find out and tell me what you will get. This will be x1 y1 x2 y2. So what will be the diametric equation of the circle? Please find out and tell me. Diametric equation of the circle. What happened? 2 comma 3 minus 3 comma 4. 2 comma 3 minus 3 comma 4. Okay. Okay, done. Now here very important shortcut you have to know. Okay, if it is given, if, please listen, very important shortcut, if a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 are the ends of a diameter, of a circle, diameter such that x1 comma x2 are roots of, suppose I give any quadratic equation, okay, are roots of such that x1 plus, I'll take some quadratic equation in x, are roots of x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, okay, and y1 comma y2 are roots of y square plus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. I am taking some quadratic equation randomly, okay, they will give like this, okay, is equal to 0. Then equation of circle is given by equation of circle is given by, see, if you don't know the shortcut, what you will do, you will try to find the roots of this x1 and x1 and x2 you will find out, y1 and y2 will find out, but using this shortcut what you will do is, the equation of the circle is given by, what are these two equations, just write down, x square minus 4x plus 3, don't write equal to 0, plus 3 plus y square plus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. Take those two equations, add it and write it equals to 0. This is the equation of the circle, okay, understood. See, observe here, x1 x2 are roots of this equation, y1 y2 are roots of this equation, okay. If they ask equation of the circle, what you normally do, you find out the roots x1 x2 y1 y2 and find out and put the value of the circle and you will find the equation of the circle. But here what you will do, then the equation of the circle is given by these two quadratic equations, you add it and write it equal to circle, that is the equation of the circle. Then you simplify this, you will get the answer, okay, if you simplify this you will get the answer. If you simplify, what you will get, x square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y, what is this, plus 3 minus 3, that is 0, that is I can write it as equal to 0, that is the equation of the circle, that is a required equation of the circle, no need to find out the roots and all, okay, no need to find out the roots and waste your time. This is the shortcut, please write down. Understood everyone, no need to find out the roots, directly you can add the equations. Done? Please write down fast. Everyone following? Roshni, Bhavani, understanding? Till here clear? Okay. Next. Please write down fast. Okay. Now next thing is, see here, parametric form of a circle. Parametric form of a circle. Now, very important parametric form. If it is given x square plus y square is equal to r square. Okay. If it is given like this, parametric form, where you will take it as what, x is equal to r cos theta, y it comes, don't need to worry, y is equal to r sin theta, correct na, y is equal to r sin theta. So x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. When you write it in this form, this will become what, parametric form of the circle, if it is given like this. But suppose if they are given x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Now what will happen to parametric form? X is equal to h plus r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. Okay, k plus r sin theta. Now, so for example, find center and radius of circle given by x is equal to 1 plus root 3 cos theta, y is equal to minus 2 plus root 3 sin theta. Directly you can tell. What is the radius? What is the radius? Root 3 is the radius, correct na? See, h plus r cos theta, y k plus r sin theta. This is what? R, correct na? So what will happen to center?
1 comma minus 2.
1 comma minus 2 or minus 1 comma 2? Okay, if you write it as h comma k, it will become 1 comma minus 2. Forget about it. Don't worry. So if you write this center, you will write it as what? What is the center of this? H comma k or minus h comma minus k? H comma k. Then it will become what? 1 comma minus 2. But when you write it in form of 2gx 2fy, then it will become minus g comma minus f. So please be careful. So what I have given? It is of the form x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. This is the parametric form. Clear? Parametric form. Now position of a line with respect to circle, you have to focus. Okay, focus on the class. Position of a line with respect to circle. This is the chord or whatever it is. See, let this length from the center be, let this be alpha. Okay, let this length be alpha. Let this length be alpha from center to here. Okay, now when we say that the line cuts the circle, okay, when alpha is what? Is less than the radius of the circle. When alpha is less than the radius of the circle, this length is less than the radius of the circle, this length is what? From center to the line. If alpha is less than the radius of the circle, it cuts the circle. Correct na? Line cuts the circle. Agree or not? If alpha is what? Length, this length, not some point. Alpha is the distance from center to this point, this line. Okay, if alpha is less than radius, it will cut the circle. But if alpha is equal to radius, if alpha is equal to radius, line cuts the circle or what? Line touches the circle. Line touches the circle. Line touches the circle. Correct na? Line touches the circle. Just like power of a point this is. Okay. If alpha is greater than radius, line is away from the circle. Line is away from the circle. Line is what? Away from the circle. Correct na? Line is away from the circle, just like power of a point it is. Okay. So if alpha is less than radius, this is what happens. Clear? Got it? If alpha is less than radius, it cuts the circle. Greater than radius, it is away from the circle. Equal to radius, it touches the circle. It touches the circle. Next is some notations which you have to know. Okay, S is what? We'll write the equation of the circle. Why you are laughing? You have to focus. So this is what? S is what? Equation of the circle. S1 is what? X1, Y1, G into X plus X1, F into Y plus Y1 plus C. Correct na? So what about S11? Suppose a point P X1 comma Y1 is given. We will just substitute the value of X1, Y1. That is S11. Okay. Now if I ask you what is S12, this is also important. S12 means X1, X2 plus Y1, Y2 plus G into X plus X2 equals, that's all. That's all. Correct na? S1. Yes ma'am, correct. Anusha ma'am, correct. Okay. That is what we will get. Correct na? So S12 is also important. This will be useful. Okay. Now what did I tell you? When midpoint is given, equation of the chord is what? That is length. I am asking equation. Equal to S11. Okay. So you have to remember these notations. What does that mean? Okay. These notations you have to remember. Now going forward, now length of a tangent. Now length of a tangent, this circle is given. Okay. Circle is given. Okay. So P of x1, y1 is given. So if you want to find length of the tangent, okay, first tell me what will be the length of this tangent and this tangent, will it be same or not? 10th standard mathematics, it is same. This there is a theorem also, correct na? So it will be of same length. So what is this length given? It is given as square root of S11. Square root of S11. S11 is what? This point you will substitute, you will get some numerical value that you take square root. That is length of the tangent is given by what? Square root of S11. Suppose I give you, okay, S is equal to x square plus y square, okay, plus 2x minus 4y plus 3 is equal to 0. Find length of tangent. Find length of tangent from 2, 3. Find the length of the tangent from 2, 3. Root 8. Root 8 can be written as what? 2 root 2. That is important. In option you may not have a root 8. You should know how to write root 8 as 2 root 2. Okay, fine. Now observe here carefully. This concept is very important. This is so out of this, which is tangent? PC is tangent, correct na? Here there is a relation, we call it as what? Just know it. PA into PB is equal to PC square. PC is what? Tangent. PA is also length, PB is also length. PA into PB is equal to PC square. So PC is what? Suppose it's PC is what? Tangent. So length of the tangent is what given by it is square root of S11. So this will become what? PA into PB will be equal to what? Square root of S11 whole square is what? S11. So you have to remember this. PA into PB is what? S11. Or you have to remember this one. This is important. PA into PB is PC square. PA into PB is what? PC square. Okay, write down. Just don't sit and listen. Just write down. PA into PB is what? PC square. Got it? Okay, before we go to some more concepts, let us do some questions. One or two questions. One question, so that you be awake. Okay, done this. Okay, now see this question. TS 2024 they have asked, if P pi over 4, Q pi by 3 are 2 points on the circle x square plus y square minus 2x minus 2a minus 1 is equal to 0, then the slope of the tangent to the circle which is parallel to the chord. Slope of the tangent to the circle which is parallel to the chord. Okay, this is not required. Parallel to the chord PQ, this should not be there. Okay, just there is a mistake. So see here, there is a circle. Okay, circle is given by this equation. Let this be S. Okay, S is this one. Here S is equal to 0. We'll write it. They are asking slope of the tangent which is parallel. Then the slope of the tangent to this circle which is parallel to the chord PQ. There is a chord PQ. There is a chord what? PQ. Okay, they are asking slope of the tangent which is parallel to the chord PQ. Okay, this chord PQ is there. For this parallel there is a tangent. Let us draw the tangent here or here. Okay, let the tangent be here. Let this point be, let us take it as PQR. Let this be x1, y1. Okay, x1, y1. Okay, now they are telling what? PQ are the 2 points on the circle. then the slope of the tangent to the circle which is parallel to the chord. The slope of the chord will be same as the slope of the tangent because they are parallel. If this is m1, this is m2, m1 will be equal to m2. Parallel line slope is equal. Correct na? So I have to find out points P and Q. I have to find out the points P and Q. How they are given the circle? See here, x square plus y square minus 2x minus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. Here pi by 4, pi by 3 is given, means definitely I should use which form of the circle? Parametric form. To use the parametric form, I have to bring this one to what? X minus h whole square, y minus k whole square. I have to bring it to that form. But is it in that form? No, right? What I can do here, x square, right, along with x square, write all the x's together. X square minus 2x. What I can do? Plus 1. Plus 1 I can do. Okay. This will become what? Plus y square minus 2y. What is this? Plus 1. Okay, plus 1. Okay, what I am having here? Minus 1, right? I will send it that side. I will send this minus 1 that side. 1 is there. I will send it minus 1 on that side. I have added 1 and again I have added 1. So I should add what here? Plus 2. Here I have added 1. Here I have added 1. So I should add plus 2. So this is what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. This is what? A minus b whole square. This I can write it as what? X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square. Such things you have done very easily in your board exams. This manipulation you have done. It's not anything tough here. Okay. X minus 1 whole square, y minus 1 whole square is equal to 3. Now this is what? X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 3. I can write it as what? Root 3 whole square. Now see here, this is of this form, x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Correct na? R square. Now I can write the parametric form very easily. So what I can write here? So see here, parametric form if I want. So p is given as what? Pi by 4. But before that, what I can write here? Before that, x can be written as what? X is what? X is what? H plus r cos theta. Very good. X is equal to what? H plus r cos theta. So let me write it here. H plus r cos theta. Okay. So x is what here? H is how much here? 1. Okay. 1 plus r is what? Root 3 cos theta. Write it like this. Cos theta. So what about this? Y? K plus r sin theta. So that is what? Y is equal to 1 plus r or root 3 sin theta. Root 3 sin theta. Correct na? So this is what we have. Now I want P and Q. I want P and Q, means see here what is given? P is equal to P of pi by 4, means what I will get? I will get what? 1 plus. So P is what? If I am putting P here, so this will become what? P of x comma y. I have to get Q of pi by 3, means I want this also x comma y. Now P if I want, P of pi by 4 means what? So this is x is what? 1 plus root 3 cos theta. Theta is there. Just put what? Pi by 4. What is that? 1 plus root 3? 1 plus root 3 by? Root 2. That's all. 1 plus root 3 by root 2. There also it is 1 plus root 3 by root 2. That is ordered pair of x and y I am writing. This is x comma y for P of pi by 4. Can I simplify this? Yes. Root 2 plus root 3 by root 2. Let us wait. 1 plus root 3 by root 2, 1 plus root 3 by root 2. Let this be x1, y1. Because we want slope, x1, let this be x1, y1. Now, P of or Q of pi by 3. Q of pi by 3 means this will become what? 1 plus root 3 cos pi by 3 is what? 1 by 2. Correct na? Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. 1 plus root 3 by 2. Okay. Minus. What is this? K plus sin theta is what? Root 3 by 2. So root 3 into root 3 is what? 3. So 1 plus 3 by 2. Correct na? 1 plus 3 by 2. Keep it as it is. Now we are having what? x1, y1. We are having x2, y2. Simple question, but this is lengthy little. See, I am telling when it comes to geometry, concepts are simple. Okay, you can do, but little lengthy. You have to have some patience. You will get the answer. Now what do you have to do? Slope I want. Slope is what? M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So y2 is what here? 1 plus root 3 minus y1 is this one. 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. 3 by 2 minus root 3 by root 2. So that is what I will get. Here I will get what? I will write it here. Slope m is equal to 3 by 2 minus root 3 by root 2 divided by what is this? See here, this minus this, 1 cancels, root 3 by 2 minus root 3 minus by root 3, root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by root 2. This is what I am having, root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by root 2. Now see here, this root 3 I can write as what? Root 3 into root 3. So root 3 I can take outside. So this will become what? Root 3 into 3, root 3 minus 1 by what is this? If I want to take common, first I should take LCM, right? Okay, first let us take LCM. So if I take LCM, this will become what? 3 root 2. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3 by this is what? Root 6 minus 2 root 3. Why I have removed the denominator? It will get cancelled. It will anyways get cancelled. So what I can do here? What I can take common here? Root 3 I can take common. See, root 6 I can write it as what? Root 3 into root 2. Root 6 I can write it as what? Root 3 into root 2 into 6. What is this? Minus 2 root 3. Correct na? Minus 2 root 3. This 3 I can write as what? Root 3 into root 3. Correct? So root 3 I will take it outside. This will become what? Root 2 into root 3 minus 2 divided by root 3 into root 2 minus 2. Correct na? Root 3 cancel. Now let me do what? I will do factorization. What is that? Rationalization. So root 2 root 3 minus 2 minus this one. Let me do it here. So this will become what? Root 6 minus 2 by what is this? Root 2 minus 2 into root 2 plus 2, root 2 plus 2 by root 2 plus 2. What is this? Root 2 plus 2, root 2 minus 2, that is 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is what? Minus 2. Denominator will be minus 2. What is this? Numerator will be? This is what? Instead of root 12, what I can do? 4 into 3, 2 root 3. Root 12 I can write it as what? 2 root 3. Correct na? So root 2 into 2 is what? 2 root 2. Okay, 2 root 2. Then what is this? 2 into root 6. 2 into root 6 I can write it as what? 2 root 6 only. Two into this is what? Root 2 root 6 minus 4. Now I can take 2 outside common. So 2 I can take common. This will become what? Root 3. Based on the options I have to take. Root 3 minus root 2 plus root 6 minus 2 by minus 1. So what is the option? Root 3 minus root 2 plus root 6 minus 2. So I will multiply by minus throughout. This will become what? 2 plus root 2 minus root 3 minus root 6. That is first option. See here, getting this answer is not the problem. Getting it in the way the option asks, it is taking time. That's all. Other than that, concept is simple. Concept is simple. Understood? This step is very important. This step is this. Everyone will do. Not a problem at all with this. I am telling this step, getting it this form, you should know. And you have to understand this is what? Parametric form. Okay. This is what? Parametric form. Getting it? Clear? Okay. This is what? Parametric form. Okay. Next, one more question of this type. This is of what? This is parametric form. This is based on what? Parametric form. If you get such a question, definitely you should do. See, questions on parametric definitely you will get. Out of 4 questions, 1 question will be from parametric. You should be able to do. Okay, clear? Got it everyone? How to do this? Akshay understood. Bhavani, Roshni, Sharan, Harsha, got it? Vinay? Okay, lengthy, but you have to practice it today, this question. Then you will understand. Vectors also, so many questions I told you, you have to practice. Okay, but anyway, so many questions are there, we have to do it again. The 2025 PYQs and all we will do again, vectors. Okay, next thing, see here. They have given 2024 TS. They have given what? The power of a point 2, 0 with respect to a circle is minus 4. Now my question is, if they have given minus 4, if they have given minus 4 means what? Inside. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, if it is positive, it is outside. If it is less than 0, it is inside. Okay, is minus 4 means what? S1 means inside. That is what? S1 means less than 0. Okay, and the length of the tangent drawn from the point 1, 1 to S is 2. Length of the tangent drawn from what? Point to S is what? 2. See, you eat, but don't tempt me to eat. Okay, don't disturb me. Okay, so S is what? 2. If the circle S passes through the point minus 1 comma minus 1, then the radius of the circle S they are telling. So they have given so many conditions. So many conditions means the question is easy to solve. Okay, if they don't give conditions, it is difficult. We have to use our concepts. So what they have told, power of a point is minus 4. So they are asking then the radius of the circle. Okay, the radius of the circle S, but they have not given what is the circle only. Okay, see here, from the point 1 comma 1, what is that point 1 comma 1? Excuse me. So root of S11, length of the set tangent is what? Root of S11 is what? 2. Okay, and S11 they are telling is equal to minus 4. Why? Because power of a point. Power of a point is what? Minus 4. Correct now? S11 is equal to minus 4. Got it? Why S11 is equal to minus 4? They have told the power of a point, okay, 2 comma 0 with respect to circle. 2 comma 0 with respect to circle means 2 comma 0 will be within the circle. 2 comma 0 will be within the circle. Okay, S11 is minus 4. And if the circle S passes through the point 1 comma minus 1, sorry, minus 1 comma 1, it is passing through this point. It is passing through this point. They are asking then the radius of the circle. First of all, we have to find the equation of the circle. So let the equation of the circle be what? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Correct now? This is the equation of the circle. S is equal to. Now S11 is equal to minus 4 means 1 1 is what? From which point? 2 comma 0. Put x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. What you will get? S11. X is equal to 2 means this will be 4. This will be what? 2gx means this will be 2 4g. Okay, plus c is equal to what? 0. Correct na? 0, it is minus 4. Minus 4. Correct na? So if I send it that side, this will become 4g plus c is equal to what? Minus 8. 4g plus c is equal to minus 8. This is one equation. 4g plus c is equal to minus 8. This is one equation. Now S11 from point 1 comma 1 is equal to what? 2 square root of S1, length of the tangent. Let us use that. So this will become what? 1 1 means this will become what? 1 plus 1 plus this is what? 2g plus 2 plus 2f plus c is equal to what? 2. Will I'll write it as 4 because we have to take square root. Because square root of this is what? Square root of S11 is 2. If I square it, I'll get what? S11 is equal to 4. Correct na? Now this will become 2g plus 2f plus c is equal to what? 2. Is equal to what? 2. Now what else is given? The circle passes to this point. This is second condition. See, just put the condition just like how you used to do in IP. Minus 1 comma 1. Wherever x and y is there, you put minus 1 comma 1. This will give us what? See here, minus 1 comma 1 means 1 plus 1, okay, minus 2g minus 2f plus c is equal to 0. So this will be what? Minus 2g plus 2f plus c is equal to what? Minus 2. Minus 2. Correct na? Now this and this if I add, this equation and this equation if I add, what I'll get? Plus 2g minus 2g cancels, plus 2f minus 2f cancels. Okay. 2c is equal to 0. See this and this equation. See this and this equation if you solve, 2 and 3 if you solve, you will get what? 2c is equal to 0. That means what? C is equal to 0. We got what? C is equal to 0. We got what? C is equal to 0. If I C is equal to 0, this will become what? G is equal to minus 8 by 4, that is equal to minus 2. G is equal to minus 2. So in this equation, G is equal to minus 2, C is equal to 0 you put. So this will become what? Minus 4, 2. So 2f is equal to what? 6. So f is equal to what? 3. F is equal to 3. They are asking radius. So radius is what? Root of g square plus f square minus c. C is 0, no need to worry. G square is what? G is what? 4. This is what? 3 square is? What is this? 9. So root 13. What is the answer? Option 2. Understood? 3 condition you will get, you will solve that, you will get the answer. See, concept is simple, but it is little lengthy. It will take 1 or 2 minutes, that's all. Okay, other questions you have to save time to solve these questions. Getting it? You have to have some patience. Okay, that's why each and every test take it very seriously and do well. Don't sit and just waste time. Okay, if you don't get some question, go for another question, try to solve. You have to get the answer. That will only give you confidence. Okay, see, set the timer, in half an hour I will be able to solve 15 questions like that, then only you will improve. Okay, got it? Then in some another test, 30 minutes I'll try to solve 20 questions, if not at least 18 questions, like that you have to try. Okay, got it, this one? Understood? Okay. This is pole. Before going to pole, let us do some concepts. Okay. Okay. Point 5 I told you S1 is equal to 0, this I already told you. So, if they ask equation of a tangent, if they give a circle and they ask equation of tangent, what you will do? S1 is equal to 0 is the equation of the tangent. Okay, S1 is equal to 0 is what? Is the equation of the tangent, that you know anyways, in your board exams also you have done. So, parametric form, x cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to r, if they give based on the value of theta, you will be doing it. I gave the example also for this, and we have already solved a question. Okay, next thing, slope form. Slope form is given means, suppose one tangent is given, okay, so there will be another tangent which is parallel to this, there will be another tangent which will be parallel to this. So, slope of one tangent will be y is equal to mx, equation of one tangent will be y is equal to mx plus r into root of 1 plus m square, plus r into root of 1 plus m square. Another one will be what? Y is equal to mx minus r into root of 1 plus m square. Okay, for this is the equation, for this will be the equation. Understood? There will be two tangents which are parallel. So, one will be what? Y is equal to mx plus r into root of 1 plus m square. Another one will be y is equal to mx minus r square root of 1 plus m square. Got it? Please make a note of it. Okay. Next we will talk about pole and polar, conjugate lines, conjugate points, very important. So, if you have written it, this is not required, this you know anyways, you are doing it in straight lines also. Normal line. So, normal line, what you should do in board exam? First you find the slope of the tangent, then you will find the inverse of that slope and multiply with minus sign, because slope and normal are perpendicular to each other. That is the way you used to find out. But here you should not do that way. What you will do is, the normal line always passes through what? Center. The normal line, suppose this is the circle given by s is equal to 0. The normal line always passes through the center of s is equal to 0. So, when you know the normal line always passes through the center of s is equal to 0, the normal, suppose this is the point, from this point, suppose x1 y1 is given. Okay, if they ask you to find the normal, okay, if they ask you to find the normal, equation of the normal, how you will find out? Y minus y1 is equal to, what is this? M into x minus x1. How you will find out this slope m? So, equation, 2 points are given, center is given, correct na? Center is given means what you will do? 2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This how you will find out. That's all, very simple, directly you will find out. No need to find slope of the tangent, then all these things, no need to do all this. So, you always know that what is that? the normal always passes through the center of the circle. So when 2 points are given, you know how to find the equation. How to find the equation of that line, correct na? 2-point form. Okay, slope of 2-point form. Anyways, in straight lines I will be talking about 1-point form, slope point form, all these things, intercept form, all these things, don't worry. So normal always passes to the center of the circle. So normal one point will be given, another point will be center of the circle. How to find the equation? This is what you will use, y minus y1 into x minus x1. Slope will be what? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That's all. Clear? Where? Okay, x2 minus x1. Fine. Okay, got it. x2 minus x1. Clear? Understood everyone? So this is how you will find the normal. This is how you will be able to find the normal, not the way you do in board exam. Don't do that method. First finding tangent, then normal. No, not required. Directly you will find what? Normal. Got it? Now pole and polar. Okay, now pole and polar, very important. So see here, this is a circle, S is equal to 0 means, okay, that this point P be pole. Outside the circle, this is point P be pole. So based on this, okay, you keep on drawing tangents which are equal to this, or you will get lines like this because of this pole. Okay, this straight line what you get is called as what? Polar. Okay, this line what you get is called as polar. Okay, and the equation of polar is given by what? Huh? What is that? S1 is equal to 0. Equation of polar is given by what? S1 is equal to 0. See, they can, what they will do is, they will give equation of circle and they will give pole. They will ask equation of the polar, or many times what they will do is, they will give equation of circle and they will give equation of the polar. They will ask you to find what? Pole. They will ask you to find pole. So S1 is equal to 0, you do it and put the value of x1, this one. Point P you will take it as what? X1, Y1. And you compare the coefficients, you will get the answer. We will do it with example. Now pole is outside means what will happen? Polar will come inside. Now another example if I take, if pole is inside, this is the center, if pole is inside, polar will come outside. Polar will come what? Outside. Here also equation of polar is what? S1 is equal to 0. Remember this. Equation of polar is what? S1 is equal to 0. Equation of tangent is what? S1 is equal to 0. Okay, understood? Please make a note of it. Understood? What is pole? I am not going to tell in depth because you already know in your board what is pole, polar and all. So pole is outside, polar will come inside, pole is inside, polar will come outside, and the equation of polar is given by S1 is equal to 0. Now apart from this, now I will tell some concepts. Apart from pole and polar, listen to this. Suppose two circles are touching like this. The equation of tangent, or it is given by S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Okay, and if it is touching like this, here also the equation is given by what? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Or if it is cutting like this, okay, this point, here also it is given by what? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Okay, or the common chord or the common tangent or whatever, if it is given like this, for this also what is it? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Okay, for all these things the equation is given by what? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Understood everyone? Okay, the circles touching each other, cutting each other. Okay, one circle inside another. Okay, one circle other side, another circle another side. If they give, the equation is given by what? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Please make a note of it. Write it at one side. Done with this, everyone? Okay. Now let us go to conjugate lines and conjugate points. Conjugate lines and conjugate points. Please focus here, very important. So see here, suppose this is circle. So see here, suppose there is a point Q inside the circle and there is point P outside the circle. For point Q, okay, for point Q, okay, this is the pole, means for this you are getting the polar at point P. You are getting the polar at point P. And for point P, okay, this is the pole. For point P, you are getting the polar at point Q. Okay, then these two points are called conjugate points and these two lines are called as what? Conjugate lines. For point Q, this is pole. For this pole, you are getting the polar at P. For this point pole is at P and you are getting the polar at Q. Then we say that point P and Q are conjugate points and the lines are called as what? Conjugate lines. This is what? S1 is equal to 0 is equation of this. This is what? S2 is equal to 0. Okay, got it? Understood everyone? So this is the meaning of conjugate points and conjugate lines. Okay, based on this also you already done questions in your board exams, correct? No? Suppose they give P x1 y1 and Q x2 y2 for circle S is equal to 0 as conjugate points. The equation is given by S12 is equal to 0. The equation is given by what? S12 is equal to 0. Now with an example let us understand what is it given. Okay, x square plus y square is equal to 4 is the equation of circle and x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0 is a polar. Okay, find the pole. Find the pole. Find the pole. This is the question. Okay, so how do you solve this question? Find the pole. So like I told you, they will not give pole, they will give polar. Or if they give polar, it is easy to find. You will do what? S1 is equal to 0. Okay, here also x square plus y square is equal to 4 is the equation of circle and x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0 is the polar, equation of polar. But you have to find the pole. So what you will do here, let us take some point P as the pole. P x1 y1 be pole. So equation of polar is given by what? S1 is equal to 0. Correct na? S1 is equal to 0. So this will become what? X1. S1 means what? X1 plus y1 plus y1 instead of is equal to, let us bring 4 this side, is equal to minus 4 is equal to 0. So this is what? S1 is equal to 0. This is what? What is this equation? What is this equation? Roshni, what is this equation? S1 is equal to 0. What is the equation? Why did I write this? It is the equation of what? Huh? This is the equation of polar. All of you wake up. So S1 is equal to 0 for the given circle. Yes, what I wrote now, S1 is equal to 0 is the equation of polar. This is what? Equation of polar. When the pole is given, but the pole is not given, I have taken the pole as what? X1 y1. So I wrote the equation of polar as what? S1 is equal to 0 for this circle, given circle. So this is what? Equation of polar. Correct na? Equation of polar. But already they have given the equation of polar. What is that equation? X minus y plus 3 is equal to 0. Now if you compare these two circles, okay, compare these two equations, x1 is here, what is here? 1. So I can write the coefficient like this, x1 by 1 is equal to what? What is this? y1 by minus 1. What about the constants? Minus 4 by 3. So this and this you compare, you will get what? X1 by 1. You will get the pole. So x1 by 1 is equal to what? Minus 4 by 3. So x1 is equal to what? Minus 4 by 3. What about this? y1 by minus 1 minus 4 by 3. So y1 will be what? 4 by 3. So the polar will be what? Minus 4 by 3 comma 4 by 3. That's all. This you will find out. You will get the question like this only. They won't give the pole, they will give the polar. You have to find the pole. What you will do? You will take the circle, you will find S1 is equal to 0. That is what? Equation of the polar. But in the question, already they have given the equation of the polar. You compare the coefficients, you will get the answer. You compare the coefficients, take it proportionally like this, you will get the answer. coefficients are proportional, what you will do, x1 under this, y1 under this, and you will equate to what is that, constants, you will get the value. Okay, this is how you have to do it. Clear? Please write down this question, important, such question only you will get. Break is at what time? 4. Then no problem. Okay, listen. So line and a circle, family of, now we are come to family of circles. So they are given a circle, S is equal to 0, this line is L is equal to 0. Now if you want to find the equation of this line is there, and along with that these 2 points are there, it is cutting it. So the equation of this is given by S plus lambda L is equal to 0. S plus lambda L is equal to 0, which you know this, correct? Now S plus lambda L is equal to 0, you will write it. So circle is cut by this line. Okay, S plus lambda L is equal to 0, line and a circle. Now circle and a circle, circle and a circle, see why there is no circle here, this circle is being cut by another circle. So what you will do, so let this be circle be S1, let this be circle be S2, what you will write, S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to 0, S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to 0. Okay, S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to 0, clear? S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to 0, circle and another circle. First is line and circle, what you will do, S plus lambda L is equal to 0, then is S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to 0, you have to focus. Okay, next thing is line and a point, line and a point is given. So what you will do now, line and a point is given, what you will do, what is the equation you should write? Point means what? Point means you should take it as point circle. So this will become what? Circle and a line again. This will again become circle and a line. S plus lambda L is equal to 0. This point is what? S. This is L is equal to 0. This will become what? S plus lambda L is equal to 0. This will become same as this one. This will become line and circle. The circle is what? The point. The circle is what? Line and the point. Line and the point. This point is nothing but what? Point circle. Point circle. So that will become what? That will become what? S plus lambda L is equal to 0. Point circle means what? Radius will be 0. This will become what? X square plus y square is equal to 0. Okay, radius will be 0. Understood? Understood? Same as the first condition. There is line and a circle. This is also line and a circle. But here it is point circle, or you call it as just point. Clear? Okay, got it? Now 3 points are given. Family of circles. 3 points are given. How to do? 3 points are given means you have already done in IP. What you will do? So they have given. See here 3 points. 1, 2, another point is given. Correct na? 3 points are given. Here one more point. One more point is circle is passing through another point. So what you will get? First thing what you will get? S is equal to x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0 is given. Okay. First you will take one point x1 y1. You will get equation in terms of g of c. Okay. You will take this as first equation. Then you will take x2 y2. G of c you will get second equation. X3 y3. Correct na? You will get another equation in g of c. Okay. Third equation. So you will do what? You will solve all these 3 equations, and from there you will get 2 equations. Okay. You will put the value here. You will get what? G, F and C. Correct na? That is what you will do. That is what you will do. You will put the points. You will get the equation G, F, C. Okay. On solving these 3 equations, you will get 2 equations, and that from that you will get J and F or J and C, and you will find another value. Correct na? This is about 3 points which you have already done. Okay. Now let us go to family of circles. One question we will do. The line x is equal to y touches a circle at point 1, 1. If the circle also passes through the point 1, 3, then its radius is what? Please try this question, all of you. Read the question carefully. The line x is equal to y touches the circle at point 1 comma 1. Touches the circle. The line x is equal to y touches a circle at the point 1 comma 1. Point means what you can take? What you can take, Roshni? Point means point circle. Okay. Gayatri, what is the equation of point circle? Okay. But if center is given means what you will do? X minus that center plus y minus that center whole square is equal to 0. You will take it. Now see here. This is the point circle at the point 1 comma 1. Listen all of you. This is the point circle at the point 1 comma 1. This is the point circle at point 1 comma 1 means this 1 comma 1 is what? Center of this point circle. This is what? Center of this point circle. The equation will become what? X minus 1 y square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. Okay, now see here. Let us draw. First of all, when you draw the figures when it comes to 3D, 2D, circles and conics, your question, half of it will be done if you draw the figure correctly. So see here they have given, what is it? X is equal to y touches a circle. X is equal to y. The line x is equal to y they are telling. That means what? Circle and a line they are talking about. Circle and a line. So x is equal to y means I can write it as what? X minus y is equal to 0. This is touching the circle. This is the line x minus y is equal to 0. That is L. This is L. Okay, this is the touching the circle at which point? 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1. They are telling the circle also passes to the point 1 comma minus 3. This point circle is there. Another circle. Let us take another circle. It passes to the point. Or this circle only you can take. It passes to the point 1 comma minus 3. Now for this point circle, observe all of you. For this point circle, if I write the equation for this point circle, see this is the point circle we are having 1 comma 1. The equation will become what? X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to what? 0. Correct na? Is equal to 0. Now this also passes to this point. This also passes to this point means what I should write? What I should write? See, x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. Now point circle and a line, what is the equation I wrote? Point circle and a line. S plus lambda L is equal to 0. Let us write that. S plus lambda L is equal to 0. See what all I am writing, that you have to apply. Not for you to just make notes and mug up. You have to apply what we are writing. So S plus lambda L is equal to 0. S is what here? This one. Correct na? X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square plus lambda L. Lambda into L. L is what here? X minus y is equal to 0. Now this one, this entire thing, this 1 comma 1, this line, okay, including this passes through what? 1 comma minus 3. Now put x is equal to 1 comma x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 3 here. What you will get? You will get the value of lambda. You will get the value of lambda. Correct na? You will get the value of lambda. Using that you can find the value of radius very easily because you will get the equation of the circle. So this will become what? Lambda. If I put 1 is equal to 1, this is what? X is equal to 1, this will become 0. If I put x is equal to minus 3, this will become what? Minus 4 square, that is 16 plus lambda into what is this? 1 minus of minus 3, this will become what? 4 lambda is equal to 0. So lambda will be equal to what? Minus 16 by 4. Lambda will be minus 4. Correct na? Lambda will be minus 4. Now if I write this equation again now, x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square plus lambda is there minus 4 into x minus plus 4y is equal to 0 plus 4y is equal to 0. Now expand this equation, you will get the equation in the form of general form of the circle x square plus y square plus 2gx that y. So this will become what? X square plus y square, what is this, plus 1, again plus 1, minus 2x, this is plus, this is what, minus 4x, correct na, minus 2y plus 4y is equal to 0. Now simplify this, x square plus y square, this is minus 6x plus 2y plus 2 is equal to 0. Here what about, what is the value of this one, g? G is what? Minus 3. Okay. So we want to find out radius, g square plus f square minus c, correct na? G is what? Minus 3 square, that is 9. Okay. 2 square, it is what? This is 2, this will become 1. So this will become 1 minus 2. So what we will have? Root 10 minus 2 is 8. Root 8 is what? 2 root 2. What is the answer? B. Understood everyone how to do? Clear? This is the way we have to solve it. So point means, it doesn't mean a simple point here. It is in circles. Whenever they say point, consider it as what? Point circle. Very important. Then only it will be easily solvable. Consider the point as what? A point circle. Point circle means what? At that point, suppose they give x comma y, or if they give alpha comma beta, point circle at the point alpha comma beta, what will the equation will become? X minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to 0. That is the equation of the point circle at the center alpha comma beta. Okay, clear? Radius will be 0, but the center will be there. Understanding, Akshaya, Gayatri, Sahiti, got it? Siri, Spandana, Vaishnavi, got it? Okay. Okay, fine, then we will have a break. We will start again at after 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, let us continue. We have to complete circles. So let's continue. We have to complete circles, then only the answer key. What man taking photo in class? Huh? This photo you took, then no problem. Okay, point number 1 before starting the class. To that class, I'll talk later. Just inform your friends also the same thing. Okay, so let us continue. What happened, man? Nikhil, you're laughing. He's very happy. Then you have to sing. What bokka? Please listen. Okay, listen. Okay, listen here. All of you, please focus. So suppose they have given 3 circles, shortcuts and properties here. Suppose this circle is having the radius R1. This is radius R, and this is having radius R2. Okay, this is what is given. Okay, out of these circles, the radius which is the least, that one you have to consider. Okay, that one you have to consider when they give like this. Okay, that relation is given by, you please write down the relation. Okay, 1 by this is common tangent. This is common tangent, and the relation, 2 relations you have to write down. It is coming from the first relation itself. 1 by square root of R is equal to 1 by square root of R1 plus 1 by square root of R2. This, if you cross multiply, what you will get? Square root of R1 R2 is equal to square root of R into R1 plus square root of R into R2. This is what you will get, second relation, if you cross multiply. Okay, if you cross multiply, R will be what? Always the radius of the smallest circle. R will be what? Always the radius of the smallest circle, you have to take it. Okay, always the radius of the smallest circle, you have to take it. Let me check if I am audible. Circle, you have to take it. Okay, done. Next thing is, see here, based on this itself they have given a question. 3 circles of radii A, B, C such that A is less than B, B is less than C, touch each other externally. Touch each other externally. If they have x-axis as a common tangent, doesn't matter x-axis or whatever axis. If they give y-axis also, doesn't matter, it is the same. Okay, then A, B, C are in AP, root A, root B, C are in AP. 1 by root A, 1 by root is equal to 1 by root B plus 1 by root C. 1 by root B is equal to 1 by root A plus 1 by root C. What is the answer? Everyone please think. This is same as the previous concept. If you are talking about these 3 circles of radii, which is the smallest circle radii here? A is the smallest radii. That means what? A should come in the LHS. 1 by square root of R is equal to 1 by square root of R1 plus 1 by square root of R2. Here R is what? A, R1 is B, anything. R2 is C. Okay. So the answer will be what? Straight away the answer will be B. Clear? Got it? How it will be useful? Okay. Next, angle between 2 circles. Now the angle between 2 circles. Suppose 2 circles are given like this. Okay. This is center C. This is center C1, center C2. Okay. Now this is the distance between the center D. Okay. This is the distance between the center D, and this radius of the circle is R1. Radius of the circle is R2. Then the angle between them. The angle between them, you will write the tangent between them. Okay. That is the angle you will find out between them. Okay. So what you will do? There is one way, that is find out the slope. So M1, M2 you find out. So you will find out tan theta is equal to M1 plus M2, something like that. That formula is there. Otherwise, simple method is you use this method, that is cos theta is equal to T square minus R1 square minus R2 square divided by 2 times R1 R2. This one you remember. Cos theta is equal to D is what? The distance between the 2 centers. The distance between 2 centers. Clear? This is theta. Okay, this is theta. So D is what? D is nothing but the distance between 2 centers. C1, C2. Distance between 2 centers. D is what? The distance between 2 centers. Okay, this is when it comes to angle between 2 circles. Next we will be studying about orthogonal circles. Orthogonal circles means what? Perpendicular. The angle between them is, that is 90 degree. Okay. For that the condition is, you have to write down 2 conditions. This one is done. Cos theta is equal to what? D square minus R1 square, not R2. R1 square minus R2 square by 2 times R1 R2. Okay. Next thing is what? Orthogonal circles. Orthogonal circles means the angle between them. Okay, the angle between them will be at 90 degree. So here what happens? These 2 conditions are important. C1 C2 whole square, that is nothing but what? D square. Correct na? C1 C2 is what? D1 D only. So D square will be equal to R1 square plus R2 square. So D square will be equal to what? R1 square plus R2 square. Another thing, if you write it in the form of general equation of the circle, 2 G1 G2, you used in board exams, the same formula. 2 F1 F2 is equal to what? C1 plus C2. C1 plus C2. Got it? These 2 conditions, orthogonality conditions, very important. Okay, done with this. Now we will study about common tangents. Okay, we will study about common tangents. Now this is the most important thing in the entire session. If I talk about, one of the important thing is this one. So see here, common tangents when C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, that is the distance between the centers is greater than the radius of 2 circles. Okay, that time what we will have, the tangents that we will be having is what? 4 tangents we will have. Okay, one is from the external point, one is from the internal point. The external point we call it as what? What is a direct common tangent? Direct common tangent. This is what? Transverse common tangent. Transverse common tangent. Okay, transverse common tangent. Okay, this is point is also called as what? What is? See, this is also called as external center of similitude. Okay, external center of similitude. Okay. This is called as what? Internal center of similitude. Now this point T, suppose let us this is taken as T, and this is taken as what? we will take it as what? Direct, we will take it as D only. This point T divides the distance between these two centers in what ratio? It divides in the ratio R1 is to R2. R1 is to R2. C1, C2 in the ratio of what? R1 is to R2. What divides? T. Okay. Divides the centers in the ratio of what? R1 is to R2. T will divide in the ratio R1 is to R2, and that is, we will take it as what? D. That will divide it in the ratio R1 is to minus R2 because it is external. Correct now? In what section formula also we have negative sign. External means we will take it as what? Negative sign. So this will become what? The D. Okay. External center of similitude will divide it in the ratio of what? R1 is to minus R2. Okay. C1, C2. Okay. C1, C2. Understood this one? So if they ask you, okay, find the external center of similitude, that time what you should do? C1, C2 you have to take, use the section formula, R1 is to minus R2. If they ask transverse point, okay, or internal center of similitude, what you will do? C1, C2, it will divide into the ratio R1 is to R2, okay, R1 is to R2. So this is called as what? Direct common tangent length. This is what? Transverse common tangent length. So direct common tangent length is given by what? It is given by the formula square root of C1, C2 whole square minus R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2 whole square. That is nothing but just you are applying distance formula here. Next, transverse common tangent length is given by square root of C1, C2 whole square. Okay. Next, it will become minus R1 plus R2 whole square. R1 plus R2 whole square. Got it? R1 plus R2 whole square. Got it? This one? Now they will ask equation of direct common tangent. If they ask, the equation of this is given by S1 square is equal to S1. S1 square is equal to S1. It is not S1. S1 square is equal to SS1. Okay, this you have to remember. S1 square is equal to SS1. S1 square is equal to SS1. You have to remember. Okay, these are the things you have to remember when it comes to direct common tangents. So when C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, first how many common tangents are there? 4 common tangents. Correct na? From here to So 4 common tangents. 4 common tangents. Clear? 4 common tangents. Next, already I have discussed about that. Let me reiterate it again. So if it is touching like this, how many common tangents are there here? How many common tangents? 3. This one and this one. So this is what? 3 common tangents. So C1, C2 is equal to R1, R2. The equation is given by what? Already I told you. S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. This equation. S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. The common chord or common tangent, this is given by what? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0 for this one. When it comes to this, see, when they are cutting each other, the circles are cutting each other. Sometimes they will say cut each other orthogonally. Now they are just cutting each other. Okay, here how many common tangents? 2 common tangents. 2 common tangents. Okay, they can ask the common tangents. Okay, please you should know this. So this will become what? 2 CT, that is 2 common tangents. Equation is given by what? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Again S1 minus S2 is equal to 0 for this also. Already I have written. Okay, none of the slides. I am telling it again, that's it. Okay. So now if it is like this, how many common tangents? 1 common tangent, and it is given by S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. What will happen? C1, C2 is equal to difference of R1 minus R2. These conditions you have to note down. Okay, these conditions are important. So here write down the conditions. Conditions are important. Okay, C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. So 4 common tangents, transverse. Here you will be having what? Internal center of similitude and external center of similitude. External center of similitude, that is D, will cut the centers C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to minus R2. Internal center of similitude, that is transverse point R1 is to R2, it will cut. And direct common tangent length and transverse common tangent length, that is C1 C2 is common, square root of C1 C2 whole square, square root of C1 C2 whole square, minus is common. When direct it is what? R1 minus R2 whole square. When it is transverse it is what? R1 plus R2 whole square. R1 plus R2 whole square. Clear? Then if it is C1 is equal C1 C2 is equal to R1 R2, how many you will have? 3. And here the equations are same, S1 minus S2 is equal to 0, C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. And C1 C2 is greater than the difference of R1 R2, is greater than the difference of R1 R2, but less than R1 R2. But less than R1 R2 means it is cutting the circle, then it will become about 2 common tangents. If this is what? It is cutting the circle. Just make a short notes like this, important. Just when they give this one condition, you should be able to know this is the circle that you will be getting. Then 50% of the question is done. If you, by looking at this, if you can draw the figure, 50% of the question is done. Okay. Next one, written all of you. Next one. So see here, C1 C2 is equal to difference of the radii. Then it is only one common tangent, one circle will be inside another, and equation is given by S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Clear? Clear till here? Okay. This one. Please try this question. Very simple question. Who is it? Huh? Done? How to do? See, common tangent means what you should do? S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. When you do, put the points which is satisfying. Which point is satisfying? First option, correct now? See, S1 minus S2 means what? X square, y square, y square cancels. So this will become what? 6x plus 8y
minus 20.
6x minus 6x plus 8
8y minus 20.
3x plus 4y minus 10 is equal to 0. If I put 6, what I will get? 18. If I put this is minus 8 minus 10. So this will satisfy 0, 0, I will get it. So I should go with which point? First point. Just do S1 minus S2. Okay, S1 minus S2 is equal to 0, you do it, you will get the equation. Then you put the value of x and y by the options which is satisfying, you will go with that option. 6 comma minus 2 if you put, you will get 0 comma 0, sorry 0 is equal to 0 you will get. So the first option is correct. So one common tangent when I give, S1 minus S2 do it, that's all. Okay. Now let us go to the next concept, that is radical axis. What is this radical axis? What is this radical center? We will discuss. Okay. Now see here, two circles are given from a point. If you are drawing the tangent, okay, these two tangents should be equal, s square root of s11 and square root of s11. Similarly, if I take another point, okay, and I draw equal tangents, if I keep on doing this equal tangents, I will get a line here. Okay, this line is called as what? This line is called as radical axis. Radical axis. Okay, and these points are called, each point is called as what? Radical center. Okay, so radical center I will discuss again. Now this is called as what? Radical axis, and this is given by what? S1 is equal to 0, equation of tangent. S1 is equal to 0, equation of radical axis, S1 is equal to 0, common tangent S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Like this you have to revise. Radical axis is given by what? S1 is equal to 0. Okay, radical axis is given by x1 is equal to 0. If two circles are like this, now suppose there is a circle and there are two circles, okay, and you are drawing a circle which are orthogonal to these circles. Okay, the center of those circles we form an, what is that? We form a radical axis. See, one circle is there, then there are two circles here. To these two circles you are drawing circles which are orthogonal, that is which are making 90 degree. So then center of these circles will form a line. That line is called as what? Radical axis, and the radical axis is given by what? S1 is equal to 0. They won't ask this, but still if they give, you should not get confused. You should not think that it is not known for you. Okay, the common tangent, same tangents of length, if you draw, the points which you get, they are called as radical axis, or centers if you get, that is also called as what? Radical axis. Now three circles are given. Three circles are given. Okay. For these two circles you are getting one radical axis, for these two circles you are getting radical axis, for these two circles you are getting radical axis S1, S2, S3. Okay, and they intersect, that intersection point is called as what? Radical center. The intersection point is called as what? Radical center. The intersection point is called as what? Radical center. Clear? The intersection point is called as what? Radical center. Now from this radical center, if you join to here, and if you join to here, and if you join to here, just look at the white lines, they will be of the same length. Let us take it as lambda, lambda and lambda. Okay, they are at equidistance from these circles. Okay, the radical center is at equidistance from these circles. So, and the circle which you draw will have what? Radical, from the radical center which you draw, that is what? Radical circle. Okay, this center, radical center will be at equidistance from here, will be at equidistance from here, will be at equidistance from here. Okay, understood? So that center you should know. So for this, how to get the radical center? Two circles you will get S1, S2. If you solve that, you will get radical center. On solving these two circles, you will get G comma F, that is nothing but radical center. Or if you solve these two circles, you will get radical center. You don't need three circles. Okay, but to get radical center you need three circles. But to solve and get the what is the value, two circles are enough. On solving two circles you will get it, which you have done in a board exam also. Radical center they will ask, you have to solve. Okay, understood? How will you solve if they ask? So S1 minus S2 you can do, or S1 minus S3 you can do, or we can do S2 minus S3, something like this you can do. Here please be careful, here the white line should be like this. So suppose this is radical center, means from this to this circle, this is one line, from this to this circle, this is one line. Okay, from this to this small circle, this is one line. If you draw, these lengths are equal. These lengths are what? Equal. Suppose let us take this as lambda, lambda, lambda. So using this also you can form a circle. Okay, they are at equidistance. The radical center is at equidistance from all the circles. The radical center is at equidistance from all the circumference of all the circles. Okay, it is at equidistant. The radical center, they can ask a point. Okay, what is at equidistant from the circumference? The answer is what? Radical center. The answer is what? Radical center. Clear? Pooja, what is this? 9623, whatever. Now see here, director circle, shortcuts and properties, locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents to the circle. Okay, locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents. See, from this circle, this is a circle, S is equal to 0. S is equal to 0. Now from this point you draw tangents. From this point, let this be point P, you draw tangents in such a way that these two tangents are making angle what? 90 degree. Okay, then this point you keep on rotating like this. The locus of these points you form a circle, that is called as directrix circle. That is called as what? Directrix circle. Suppose we are having the equation x square plus y square is equal to a square is the equation of normal circle. Directrix circle, what you have to do? The x square plus y square, what you have to do? Instead of a square you have to write what? 2a square, that's all. Only the radius will become double. Okay, instead of writing a square you will write what? 2 times a square. So here x square plus y square is equal to r square. Okay, directrix circle is given by what? X square plus y square is equal to 2r square. If it is x minus x1 square plus y minus y1 square is equal to r square, that is what? X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. For the directrix circle will become what? Same thing you have to write. Radius will become what? 2r square. It is not, r will not become double. R square will remain r square only. The answer will become what? 2 times r square. Suppose you are having r square is equal to 4. For the directrix circle it will become what? 2 into 4, 8, that's all. You should not write what r as, you should not write r as 8, and then you should not write 8 into 2. No, r square will remain r square, but you have to multiply by 2. See, r is not becoming 2r. Okay, you will write r square as it is. See, r square, you will write r square as it is and multiply by 2. Okay, understood everyone? This is about what? This is about directrix circle. Clear to everyone? Got it? Okay, now let us go to the previous year questions. Some previous year questions. Clear till here? Understood all the concepts? You have covered all the important concepts related to circles. I was a bit fast because when it comes to your board exams, most of the things you know, but certain shortcuts you have to know. Only those things I have discussed, but completely we have covered. But you have to know where to apply what is the equation s1 minus s2, where you should apply s1 is equal to 0, where you should apply all these things, where you should take point as a point circle, all these things you must know. So we have solved this question. This is done. Now look at this question. Please read the question. Harsha, read the question loudly.
The pole of the line x minus 5y minus 7 equal to 0 with respect to the circle is not.
Okay, s is equal to what? Is p of
X square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y plus 1 equal to 0 is p of a comma b. If c is the center of the circle, s equal to 0, then bc.
okay. This question we have already solved. This type of question, I gave an example. Same thing you have to do here. Same thing you have to do here. What you will do? See here. Observe carefully. So equation of polar is what? Equation of polar is what? S1 is equal to 0. Equation of radical axis S1 is equal to 0. Equation of tangent S1 is equal to 0. So equation of polar here will be what? S1 is equal to 0. First let us take the circle. This is S is equal to what? S is equal to what is this? X square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y plus 1 is equal to 0. These things don't waste time writing all this. I am writing for your reference. So S1 is equal to 0. I should take what is that? Equation of polar. Equation of polar. Okay, S1 is equal to 0. I should take. That means what? Polar is what? At point. Pole is what? A comma B. Okay, S1 is equal to 0 at what? P of A comma B. So instead of writing xx1, I should write what? X1 is what? X1, y1 is A comma B. Okay, here I should write what? X into A or Ax plus By minus what? This is 2 will not be there. X plus minus X plus A. Correct na? 2 will be divided by 2 plus 2 into y plus b plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, further let us simplify this. Let us write the coefficients of Ax plus By minus X minus A plus 2y plus 2b plus 1 is equal to 0. Let us write coefficients of x together. So coefficient of x means what? This will become a minus 1 into x. What about b? B plus a minus 1 into x. Y is what? Y is b plus 2. B plus 2 into y. B plus 2 into y. I am writing the coefficients of x and y together. So b plus 2 into y this will be. Now what is left out? You have to focus on the class. What is left out? What is left? Minus a is left, plus 2b is left, first one is left. Minus a plus 2b plus 1 is equal to 0. But they have already given equation of polar, right? This is what? Equation of polar. What is the equation of polar they have given? X minus 5y minus 7 is equal to 0. Now compare the coefficients. I can write it as what? A minus 1 by 1. A minus 1 by 1 is equal to b plus 2 by minus 5 is equal to what? 2b plus minus a plus 2b plus 1 plus 1 by minus 7. Correct na? First let me compare this with this and then this with this. Okay, a minus 1 is equal to what? A minus 1 is equal to b plus 2 by minus 5. So minus 5a plus 5 is equal to what? B plus 2. Correct na? 5a, what is this? Minus b is equal to what? Is equal to, or I can write it as what? Plus 3. Minus b, I will send that side, this will become what? Minus 3. 5a minus b is equal to minus 3. Plus b, yeah? Why? 5a minus 5a, okay. Minus 5a, this will become what? Minus 5a. Wait, let me do it again. Okay, let me do it again, no worries. So this will become what? Minus 5. Minus 5a plus 5 is equal to b plus 2. If I send it that side, 5a plus b is equal to what? 3. Okay, 5a plus b is equal to 3. Now compare this with this one. So we will have what? I'll write it here. B plus 2 is equal to minus into minus plus 5a. 5a plus what is that? 2b plus minus 10b minus 5. This will be 7 into b, correct na? Minus 7b minus 14, correct? Now 5a is there. If I send 7b, this will become what? 5a minus 3b. If I send 5 that side, this will become what? Minus 14 plus 5 is equal to what? Minus 9. Okay, 5a minus 3b, 5a plus b, this is equal to this one. So what I will do, I will subtract this and this. This and this if I subtract, so 5a will cancel. Okay, so this will become about b plus 3, this will be 4b. Okay, 4b is equal to what? 12. 4b is equal to 12. 4b is equal to 12, b is equal to 3. So b is equal to 3 once I get, I can find out what? A. B is equal to 3 means 5a is equal to what? 5a is equal to what? 0. A is equal to 0 we will get. A is equal to 0 we will get. So what are the points we will get? 0, correct na? B is equal to 3, A is equal to 0. So point B will have what? 0 comma 3. Point B will have what? 0 comma 3. They are asking the distance PC. They are asking the distance PC means center we have to find. Center is what? Center is what? 1 comma, what is this? 1 comma minus 1 comma 1 comma minus 2. Center is C is 1 comma minus 2. If you apply the distance formula, what you will get? This is A, this is B. Okay, if you apply the distance formula, what you will get? This will become what? 5, correct na? 25 plus 1. What is the square root of? 26. But they have not given directly. Put the values here. So this if you put 0 plus 3, 3 minus 1, 2. It is not possible. This if I put 0 cube, B cube is what? 3 cube is 27. 3 cube is 27. 27 minus 1 is 26. So this is the answer. Understood everyone how to do? They have not given directly the values. This is the way they have given. Understood everyone how to do? Got it? Understood Bhavani? Any doubt? Understood how third option came? So we got root 26. So if I put the values of A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 3, here it will become what? 9 minus 1 root 8, but it is root 26. This will be what? 3AB, that is 0 it will become. Here it is what? Root 26 I am getting. So that is same as this one. So option is what? Third option. Clear? Everyone understood this one how to do? Understood Nikhil, Sharan, Vinay, Harsha, got it? How to do this? Okay. Next question, can we go? Everyone? Gayatri understood? Anusha? Okay. Try this question, all of you. The equation of pair of transverse common tangents drawn to the circles. The equation of pair of transverse common tangents drawn to the circles. So they are talking about transverse common tangents. transverse common tangent, what did I tell you? It divides the circle centers in the ratio of what? R1 is to R2. So center of this circle is what? Center of this circle is minus 1 comma minus 1 comma minus 1. Center of this circle is what? 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1. This is center. It will divide it in the ratio R1 is to R2. R1 is to R2. So I have to find out this point T first. So R1 is to R2. R is what here? G square plus F square. Correct na? 1 square plus 1 square minus C. 1 square plus 1 square is what? 2. 2 minus, what is it? 2 minus 1 is square root of, what is that? 1 is 1 itself. So this R1 will be 1. So what about this one? 1 square plus 1 square minus 1. R1 will be, R2 will be 1. So R1, R2 is equal. We will get R1 is equal to R2. That means what? It will divide it in the same ratio. That means what? T will become midpoint. T will become midpoint. If I want the coefficient of this, what is this? Coordinates of this, what I can do? 1 minus 2. This is called 1 minus 2 is 1 minus 1 is what? 0. So this will become 0. Okay, what about this one? 0. So this will become 0 comma 0. This will become 0 comma 0. Now you have to find what? Equation of the transverse common tangent. We got the point. Now you have to find the equation. How do you find it? You try to think about it. What did I tell you? Direct common tangent or transverse common tangent also. You have to use what equation? S1 square is equal to S into S1. S1 square is equal to S into SS1. Correct na? S1 square means what? You will put these points. What is that? 0 comma 0. Correct na? So S1 square, you have to do what? S1 square is equal to S into S11. So we will talk about only the first circle. S1 square means you have to put 0 here. S1 square means what? X into X1 plus Y into Y1. 0 will be there, no need to worry. X plus X1, this will become what? X plus 0 plus Y plus 0 plus 1 is equal to S into S. Write S as it is. S11 will become what? If you put 0, S11 will become 1 only. See, S11 you have to put the value. That is x1 square y1 square. X1 y1 is what? 0 comma 0 0 0 0. It will be 1. Correct na? It will be S into 1. Now see here, x plus y plus 1 is equal to what? Yes. X plus y plus 1 is equal to what? Yes. Now what is the value of S we are having? S is what? This you have to put. Correct na? So try to put that value. What you will get, you see. And one more thing, this should be square, no? S1 square, S1 square. This should be square. Now S is this S I have to write x plus y plus 1 whole square. That is x plus y plus z whole square is what? X square plus y square plus z square. 2 into xy, 2 into yz, 2 into zx. So that will do it. X square plus y square plus 1 plus 2xy plus 2y plus 2x is equal to what? S is what? X square plus y square plus 2x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Let us see what we can cancel. X square y square cancel. So 2x cancels, 2y cancels. What is this? 1 cancels. We are having 2xy is equal to 0. We are having. Okay, xy is equal to 0. We will get it. So the answer is what? Second option. Second option. Easy. Got it. See, that's what we have done the concept. Based on that only question is coming. So transverse, what you have to do? R1 is to R2. For that, first find the center, then find R1, R2. Fastly you have to do. So R1 is equal to R2 you got, means T is what? Midpoint. Find out the value of T. Then use this, very important, S1 square. It is not just S1. S1 square is equal to S into S1. Be it transverse common tangent or direct common tangent. If they ask the equation, use this equation. But before this, using this equation, we should know this point only. We have to get the point. If they have not given the point, we have to find the point. If they have given the point, directly apply this. Okay, got it. If they ask direct common tangent, what you will do? R1 is to R2. Instead of that, what you will do? R1 is to minus R2. That's all. Okay, got it. Next question, can we go? Let us take up this question. The triangle PQR is inscribed in the circle x square plus y square is equal to 25. So triangle PQR. Okay, rough diagram. We take it like this. The triangle PQR is inscribed in the circle x square plus y square is equal to 25. Q is equal to 3 comma 4. R is equal to minus 4 comma 3. Okay, and they are asking angle QPR, angle QPR. This is what they are asking, angle QPR they are asking. Okay, they have given the circle x square plus y square is equal to what is that 25. I can write this as what x square plus y square is equal to 5 square. Okay, is equal to what 5 square. So how we can write it? We can write this as what x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to r square, that is 5 square. The center is at what origin? The center is at origin 0 comma 0. The center is at origin. Okay, the center is at origin and radius is what 5. Radius is 5 means from here to here it is 5 and from here to here also it is 5, correct na? From here to here radius is 5, from here to here radius is 5. Now they are asking to find this angle. So think how to find out QPR. What we should do? Think. If I join this is also 5, right? This is also 5. Now consider this is center. Now observe this. QPR we have to find. Q and R you observe. Now Q and R if you observe, this is what 3 comma 4, this is 4 comma 3. If they are given x comma y, okay, the slope of this line if you want to find out means the slope of this line, straight lines I will tell you again. The slope of this line if you have to find out means this will become y by x. The slope of this line is what? Y by x from origin. From origins the slope of this line from 0, this is CQ. From origin the slope of this line is given by what? Y by x. The slope of this line will become what? 4 by 3. Okay, let this be m1. The slope of this line here also it is what? Y by x. Here also it is what? Y by x1. Slope of this line C to R, it is also y by x. Y is what here? 3. X is what? Minus 4. So slope of this line will be what? M2 will be what? Minus 3 by 4. Now what we will do is, we will take m1 is to m2. If I do this, what I will get? 4 by 3 is to minus 3 by 4. So cancel, I will get what? Minus 1. So m1, m2, I am getting it as what? Minus 1. So when I will get it? It will be when these two lines are orthogonal or they are perpendicular, or we can say they are 90 degree. So this angle is what? 90 degree, we got it. This angle is at what center? From these two, see these two lines, these 2 points are making an angle at 90 degree here in the center, and these 2 lines will make an angle of what here? 45 degree. This is 90. See the circle is like this. See Q and R are making at the center, what is it? It is making 90 degree. At P what it will make? 45 degree. Half of this it will make, correct na? How I got 90 degree? See here, slope of this line I found out from center. What is this? This one, y by x, y by x. When I do straight lines you will understand better. Okay, this will become what? Y by x, y by x. Okay, how to find the slope? Y by x. Just take y by x. Okay, from here to here slope is from origin, it is y by x. Why y by x? Here how it is coming? Y minus y1 by x minus x1, or y2 minus y1. See y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. See line is given, 2 points are given, x1 y1, x2 y2. Slope of this line is what? Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That is what I did. But it is origin, no? Directly I can write y by x. It is origin, no? Because see here y2 minus 0, x2 minus 0 is nothing but what? Y2 by x2. Instead of y2 by x2 I wrote it as what? Y by x. That is what I am getting here. Okay, so simple basics. Okay, same thing I did here. But for the line, this line I got the slope, this line I got the slope, then I multiply, I got it as what? Minus 1. Okay, when I multiplied I got it as what? Minus 1. Okay, so if I am getting minus 1, this will become what? perpendicular. So this will be 90 degrees. So this will be what? 45 degree. So the answer is what? 45 degree means pi by 4. Third option. Clear? Everyone got it? Understood? You got it, everyone? Fine? Okay. What happened? Okay. This question. All of you think, try to answer. Why you are thinking so much? See, the locus of the point of intersection of a perpendicular tangents drawn to the circle x square plus y square is equal to 10 is what? What is that circle? 2r square. What is that circle called? Directrix circle. Here it is r square is what? 10. 2r square is what? 20. That you tell the answer, that is option 2. See, the locus of the point of intersection of perpendicular tangents. The locus of the point of intersection of, this is perpendicular tangents. The locus of the point of intersection of perpendicular tangents is what? Directrix circle, and it is given by x square plus y square is equal to 2 times r square. R square is what? 10. 2 times r square is 20. Directly you are getting option 2. Clear? Got it? Understood? Navanita, Vaishnavi, Spandana, Shravanti? I got it. So x square plus y square is equal to what? 2 times r square. R square here is 10. 2 times r square is 2 into 10, 20. Such is the question. Okay, got it? Understood, Bhavani? The normal drawn it. Look at this. The normal drawn it 1, 1 to the circle x square plus y square minus 4x plus 6y minus 4 is equal to 0. In board exam, what you will do? First you will find the tangent slope, then you will do. Okay, that is not the way to do it here. The normal from this point to center. Okay, normal, they have not given center. Normal always passes through the center. I told you, normal always passes through the center. Okay, this point is what? 1, 1. Normal always passes through the center, means first find the center. Center is what here? Minus 2, minus 3. Minus 2, minus is there. Okay, 2, minus 3. 2, minus 3. So for this what you will do? The point is what? 1, 1. So you will do what? Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Okay. So what I should write? Y minus y1 is what here? Y1 is what? 1. Y2 minus y1. 2 minus 1 is what? Minus. What is this? Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. Into x minus x1 is what? 1. So y minus 1 is equal to minus 4x plus 4. So if I take it that side, this will become 4x plus y minus 5, or if I take minus this side, 4x plus 5 is equal to what? 4x plus y is equal to 5. That is second option. That's all. Okay, understood everyone? Very simple. Clear? Got it everyone? How to solve this? Very simple. So find the center and use this formula. Here this is what? This is x1 y1. This is x1 y1. This is the point that they have given is x1 y1. Center will always be x2 y2. Center, we have taken the center, that is x2 y2. The point they have given is what? x1 y1. Clear? Akshay, got it? Liharika, Srinidhi, focusing. Okay, look at this. The parametric equation of the circle they have given. How to find the parametric equation? They have given like this: x square 2x square plus 2y square is equal to 9. Bring it to standard form. What you will do? Or I can write this as x square plus y square is equal to whole square. So x is equal to r cos theta. R is what? 3 by root 2. cos theta, y is equal to 3 by root 2 sin theta. So this should be y, this should be x. Correct na? Third option. Okay, other than that it's fine. Third option, got it? Okay, remaining questions we will do it in the tomorrow's class. Some questions are there, most of the important questions we have done, and even 2025 PYQs we will be doing it. No need to worry about that. Okay, all right, I'll wind up the class now. After that we'll be discussing the key. Fine, thank you. Let's wind up now. Let's meet in the tomorrow session. We will be starting with new chapter. Circles is completed. We will do the PYQs. We will be starting with straight lines. Parabola. First we will do straight lines. After that we will do conics. Fine. Thank you then. Any doubts you have? Any doubts? Siri, Sahiti, Sharan, Harsha, Vinay, Nikhil, Roshni, Bhavani, Srinidhi, Anusha, Gayatri. Understood? Sirisha, Shravani. Any doubts you have, you can ask me. You have to focus in the class. Some of you are losing focus. You have to focus. I can observe. Fine. I'll end now.